Hi, and welcome to Divine Mother Oracle, or Mandy Speaks Up. So, today I'm going to do a little series on after you leave any kind of religion or a cult or an environment that always thought for you, you really don't know what to believe in anymore. You really don't know if what you're wanting to believe in is evil, going to send you to hell, and even some who've already detached from so many of the programming that was put upon them, whether it was childhood, whether it was religion, whether it was passed down from even your own belief system in your family or anything like that. Then you get to a place where you start wondering and questioning and doubting, and then you don't have a lot of people to kind of throw those thoughts at. And so in this series, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different matters that will hopefully help so many, because I've had people ask me to answer a few of their questions, especially since they know that I myself was in a religion and an extreme religion and also a cult environment. So I myself was in that environment for almost 20 years. But I also had childhood programming in religion as a child as well. So when I entered into a cult, it was very familiar to me. The belief system of theirs was kind of the same belief system that I had believed as a child, even though I wasn't deeply ingrained into it. But as soon as I went into the cult, I felt and believed and was groomed to believe that I was just remembering the true core truth of all the beliefs that I had learned from in childhood, or even if there was many who went into that place that probably perhaps didn't grow up in that belief system, but they were taught that there was some sort of God, heaven and hell, devil, and so you needed to align yourself to that belief system so you could be a good person and not be sent to hell initially. So I want to go into a little bit of the things that I want to talk about for those that feel drawn to feel really connected. Perhaps you've just left a toxic environment, a place that, again, gave you all the answers, whether it was in a book or whether it was programming, manipulation, grooming, or whether it was just things that you read and listened to when you were young and you thought that that was what you were supposed to believe in. And now you find yourself questioning all of that, and you feel bad. You feel like even some of the stuff that you are thinking about, you feel like it could be blasphemy because that's what they taught you. That's what you had believed for so long. And a lot of the stuff I say, I speak with experience. And then there's also things that I have learned and I have come to my own truth, because that's what is the number one beautiful thing about leaving a place, that you have the freedom to choose and believe and find your own truth. And so when you find your own truth, it no longer becomes a belief system. And the reason why I believe that is because when you believe in something and it's your belief, it's because it's been passed down or you somehow have received that from an outside source. But a truth is something that you feel it inside of your body, you feel it inside of yourself, and your whole body lights up, and you know that is your truth. And even if it's not exactly what you would feel is your truth, you're able to play with it and you're able to create it and mold it into what is yours. And that is the beauty of finding all of that out and creating that for yourself. But you have to be in an environment that allows that. If you're not in an environment that allows that, you will continue to stay conformed into what they tell you, what they want you to do, what they want you to be, what they want you to believe. But it's not until you get to create your own belief, which becomes your truth. And with truth, it never needs to be argued and it never needs to be defended. That's the difference between belief and truth. A belief needs to be defended. That's why you will see so many fighting for their beliefs, and I'm specifically talking about in a religion environment. They feel they have to stand up for their beliefs, like, no, this is the truth, but a truth is, this is something that you have brought it and created into you, and you have you have shifted it into your alignment. It has not shifted, it has not made you align to it, because that is the difference. A belief will cause you to align to it, but a truth will align to you, and that is truth. It does not need to be defended, or you have to argue, because you know it is a part of you, you know it is with you, whether these people or somebody outside of you you know, ridicules it or doesn't believe in it. It doesn't matter, because you know that you have brought that, you have created that, and there's nobody that you can, like, basically, you know, somebody can say, well, where did you learn that from? What book did you read that from? Because it's a lie. And when you get to say, well, actually, I have come to that truth myself, there's no argument in that, especially for those that trust you and love you and know who you are as a person. They're going to know and believe that whatever it is you've come to acknowledge and into awareness, that is your consciousness, that is your truth, and there is no way to argue with that, especially if they love you and have a desire to have relationship with you. And of course, there's always balance in everything I say, but I do have a disclaimer, and it is to receive what resonates and release what doesn't. So anytime I say anything that you're like, no, that just doesn't feel right for me, then that's the beauty in truth. Truth is, you do not have to accept it if it doesn't resonate with you. You can release it. A belief causes you to receive it whether you like it or not, okay? And I can say that with examples and experience, of course, again, with me being inside of a cult for almost 20 years. It was a Christian religious cult. And in that Pentecostal religious Christian cult, it was pressured and forced into us to believe this, this, and this, and this. And personally for me, we had the Bible to kind of for them to justify all of the beliefs and twist everything they needed and wanted so that it would all work out. And the thing is you are the book. Okay. That's and if you're taking notes, you can write that down. I am the book. Okay. And so for this series, I'm definitely going to be going into so much beautiful truths that I have, you know, come and created within myself from other thoughts and maybe teachers and gurus that I have read and heard about throughout my time exploring my truth. And some of them are directly from them, and you can research and Google those quotes and those statements. And then some of them will be channeled from my own book, which is inside of me. And so it just is all a mixture, but again, receive what resonates, release what doesn't. And of course, for the longer version, so the longer version of this video, I'm going to be creating a different series in this video series of people who are just beginning their walk in their own truth. So these series and this series that I'm doing here will be specifically for those that have just begun their learning truth inside of them. So this can look like someone who has just walked away from religion. This can be any religion. This can be somebody who's walked away. It could be the cult that I walked away from, which is the Potter's House Church cult. It's an international worldwide cult that I escaped from in 2018. So maybe you have escaped a place like that. Maybe it's church, maybe it's any environment that, again, thought for you. It could even be narcissistic parents. It could be anything like that, that you could never just be free and figure out life for yourself as an adult and as a sane person who is just wanting to live out their truth, but doesn't know how that looks like. Is it even okay? Is it even okay to think what I'm thinking? Because personally, again, for me, I could not even think or say words out loud that would question authority, question the pastor, question God, because I would be cursed and, sent to hell, you know? So hopefully you are in a safe place, because that's the number one way to heal is surrounding yourself in safety. When I walked away in 2018, I walked away from this environment and eventually ended up being in a very safe place for myself. I was able to explore my own truth. I was able to explore what was truth for me and what was not, my beliefs, what were just beliefs, what beliefs they had put into me, groomed, manipulated into me, and what was my truth. And what I discovered was everything that I was not. I discovered what was never a part of me. And I was able to clear that and heal that, and was able to just have my truth, which I am the happiest that I have ever been in my whole life. I am so happy in my truth, and there is no defense or arguments. In religion, we always had to defend ourselves. We always had to, you know, throw the Bible in people's faces and force it down their throats and scare them and damn them to believe that if you don't believe the way we do, you're going to hell. You will burn in hell. You will be tortured. And there was so much scare tactics and so much fear tactics that we were groomed to teach others to convert them. And that's the way they converted me at 16 years old. But when I walked away almost 20 years later, I was able to heal and release a lot of the fear tactic that was ingrained inside of me at that point. The fear of hell, the fear of death, the fear of losing salvation and being damned for all eternity, not being loved by a God that was so narcissistic and abusive, but I still somehow wanted to be in heaven with him for all eternity. How does that even sound right? So eventually I was able to release all of those thought process systems and clear it out through different ways. And today I am speaking my truth. And so I try to make these videos not very long, because I know that people have things to do. So what I do is I post about 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes of a video. And then if you would like to see the rest of the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my monthly subscription of only you can find it on my site, and it will take you to full subscription to have all my full videos, the full video link sent to you. So, and let me begin with the first thing that I wanted to talk about today was just basically the intro and walking away from religion. When you walk away from religion, the first few things you're going to feel, or toxic environment, whatever it is for you, you can fill in the blank. You're going to feel lots of fear. Okay, so fear, you're going to feel cursed. You're going to feel like anything that happens to you after, even years after leaving religion, after leaving whatever it is that you were ingrained to believe for the rest of your life, and now you're not wanting, like, you're like, I don't want to believe that anymore. I don't believe that's true. I'm looking for and exploring my own truth. What happens is feeling cursed follows you for many years. You feel like something doesn't go right, or tragedy happens, because life is full of that. And you always pinpoint it back to, it's because I left religion, or I left that environment, or whatever, fill in the blank for you, feeling cursed. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about how that word cursed is used to manipulate us, but because it's a fear tactic, but walking away actually frees you from their belief system. So if you are in a safe place and you've already walked away from that, congratulations. You have already entered the first stage of healing. You've already entered into releasing all of their belief systems. That's the first step. It's a major step, because having to walk away from something that you thought you were going to be in for a long time, maybe your whole life, now you are coming out of it, or you are out of it. And congratulations for even having the mindset, the thought, the bravery to say, I think this is not okay, I think that it is time for me this is not true. I don't think this is real. I don't think hell is real. I don't think that there is a God. I don't think any of those beliefs that you may be feeling. I want you to know that congratulations, at least you have the bravery to even think them, speak them. And I really hope you are in a safe environment and a safe place to digest that. And because here we're going to be digesting a lot of that, so I welcome you into this safe space. My name is Mandy, also known as Divine Mother Oracle. I also am on Instagram currently under Tarot Readings by Mandy. Soon it will be changing to Divine Mother Oracle. I also have my podcast here on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts as Mandy Speaks Up. So I do a lot of different things, but this series, again, like I said, is going to be for those beginning to heal. So if you are beginning to heal, welcome. If you are walking away from religion or walking away from a cult, walking away from an environment that always thought for you, and now you're ready to find and explore yourself, welcome. If you are on this journey and you have already, explored your truth, you've come to your truth, I am probably not the one for you. This is specifically, I work with those that are brand new beginners that are looking for clarity and looking for a safe space to let go of these thoughts and let them just come on out and be free and work through the emotions that come with that, which can be fear, feeling cursed, shame, guilt, regret, self-hatred, feeling like it was your fault, feeling like you should have left a long time ago. Why did you stay so long? Processing all of those emotions, okay? So this is just a really good place to know that it's okay. If there's anything that you're dealing with, leave those in the comments if you're wanting to. If not, again, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, on Facebook as Divine Mother Oracle, and Instagram as Tarot Readings by Mandy. Again, it will be soon changing to Divine Mother Oracle. So depending on when you watch this video, it may already be Divine Mother Oracle. And so I help beginners that are walking away and wanting to learn their truth and wanting to begin holistic healing, spiritual healing, divine healing. I'm the one for you. I am, if you feel drawn, for those that have already been healing for years and years and years and have already come to your conclusion, to your truth. It's so beautiful. I'm so proud of you, but I'm probably not going to resonate with you. So let's get started with feeling fear and curse. So when you walk away, fear and curse, we're going to talk about those two emotions first. So feeling the fear of something bad's going to happen to me. I'm not doing something right. God's going to punish me, which is connected to feeling cursed. Things begin to happen to you. Let's say you leave this toxic environment, cult, whatever it is, and you can't find a job. You'll automatically pinpoint it. Oh, it's because I left, fill in the blank. That's why. It's because I'm thinking like this. It's because I'm starting to believe a new way, and God's mad at me. God's punishing me. And your mind can even bring back Bible verses that will justify that. But I want you to see all of that that's popping up as a movie screen, okay? It's not inside of you. It's outside of you. It's literally a movie screen. When you're sitting on your couch watching a movie and the movie's over and you see the credits at the end, that is what's happening when you feel the fear, when you feel like this is happening because I did this, because I'm thinking like this, because I'm basically cracking out of the belief system that I believed in for so long. I want you to see all of that as movie credits. They're movie credits. They are going, but they're not inside of you. What is inside of you is what we're trying to figure out, and what you want to find out, you want to figure out, you want to learn, you want to know. While this movie was taking place, because that's what I truly believe is our life. It's It's especially the life before we start beginning to walk away from what we've always believed in. That whole section, that whole piece is a movie. And when it ends, the credits are going up, and it's the fear, feeling cursed, all the emotions, all the tactics that you learned, that you believed in, are now coming out and bleeding through you, but it's not inside of you. What is inside of you is who has always been. This has always been you. Even inside of that movie you lived, whatever that movie was, whatever it looked like, this is you. And this has always been you. When you leave that movie, when that movie ends and you begin your new journey into discovering and exploring your truth, this remains. This remains. Okay? But it's been clouded by all the belief systems, conditioning, and programming from that environment, or even from childhood or your whole life. So this is where it begins, here. Because the beautiful thing is, nobody can take this from you, which is you. It's your divine being inside of you, inside of the tragedy, inside of the horrific things that we suffered. This is your divine being, and it still remains inside of you no matter what. And this divine being has all of your truth inside. This divine being has every answer, has every comfort, support, attentiveness, nourishment inside. And it lies inside of you. You walk away with that. You are not alone. You walk away with that divine being that is inside of you. But why can't we feel that? Or why can't we believe that? Or why? You've been conditioned and programmed for so long. You're not going to walk away from that and feel this divine being, because that divine being has been suffocated, has been suppressed, oppressed, has been abused, has whatever it is you went through. When you walk away from that, it's covered in all of the wounds and the cuts and the bruises, but it's still there. It is still there. And that is the beauty of it, is that it is still there. I want you to say that to yourself. I want you to say, I am still here. I am still here. And as you say that, it's your divine being speaking. And they are saying, I am still here inside of you. Do you feel me, see me, hear me? At the beginning, of course not. You won't. But that divine being is the one who felt what was not right in that environment that you walked away from, or that belief system that you're walking away from. That was the beginning of them. When they came up out of the water to take that breath, and they knew something wasn't right, and I'm done. Whether it was physical, or whether it was emotional, whether it was just a belief system, whatever it is. And now you are ready to swim to shore and meet that divine being inside of you. And that's where you're at today. And if that's where you're at today, please stay tuned. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please stay connected, because this is who I'm speaking to. Those that have come up out of the water to take that breath, and they know they are ready to swim to shore. They are ready to meet themselves. They are ready to explore themselves. They are ready to remember who they've always been. Because remember, your divine being has been there all along, since birth, since before birth. This divine being is the one who chose to come at this time to be birthed into the family you were birthed in. And again, I'm going to be speaking about all that in later series. So subscribe so you will not miss. So subscribe so you will not miss out on any of my series. But you definitely will feel this desire to continue to meet this divine being, and don't let her go. Don't let them go. Don't let them go. You will meet them and you will fall in love, and they will lead you to the truth that you've always been looking for. So again, until next time, I will be speaking more about what we talked about today, but I'll be going into the divine being choosing the family, choosing their DNA for this time, for this period. And why does tragedy happen? Why does suffering have to happen? And if there was a God, why do we suffer? I'm talking to all that in my series continuously. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Find me on the links below, and I hope to connect with you. Thank you.